what do you think should be the government of India doing? Like any form of incentives or any form of subsidy or policies should be made so that tilapia can be taken up extensively, and so that the consumer preference is also awareness is created among consumers, because here there is no zero consumption, if I should say, especially in Andhra Pradesh. If you look at other northern states, at least there is some preference, but in AP it is zero preference.
Yeah, here also there is one hidden logic here. Like people who say they don't eat pangasius, people who say they don't eat tilapia, the same people, they go to restaurants and they order Apollo fish and they eat the same fillet of tilapia and pangasius. So they don't know what they are eating.
Okay.
Only by looking at the fish, they think like this fish is an inferior fish. But the same guys, like they are not ready to eat tilapia by buying the fish at rupees 100 a kilo.
Okay.
But the same people will go to a restaurant and order Apollo fish and they eat a dish of 250 grams of fillet for 500 rupees.
So it's like a myth there we have to
Yes,
bust it.
yes, it's a myth which like they don't know. No, not only like that, but see, basically whenever you want to develop a particular market for a species, it has to come from the backward integration. So now, when we are talking about the tilapia, so first of all, we have to see what are the forms that people accept it or what they are accepting it. And like it's a market study. First of all, the market study. Now, if in the market we come to know that tilapia is accepted as fillets in our Indian restaurants, then why are we promoting the whole route? So we should target only that particular fillet industry. Now again, as I said, the backward integration or backward analysis. Now, tilapia is sold for like almost $6 a kilo for a fillet, suppose. Or even in the domestic market also, this Apollo fish, what the price you are paying, you know that there's a price.
Yeah.
Then you come back to your cost of production. So it says that your cost of production, if it is $1.2, it's commercially feasible.
Yeah.
If it is above $1.2 or above $1.5, it is not commercially feasible. That's the first point which anybody has to derive themselves. Now, once you know that this is the cost of production, this is the profit margin. Now, how do I achieve this cost of production? Because whatever we are doing is a business. So it should be commercially viable and feasible also. So now we have to look at like the culture system, which is suitable to produce fish at this $1. So like now, the reason for failure or the reason for misconception or the reason for reluctance or disappointment for tilapia farming in India is a blind approach by the government to promote tilapia aquaculture in cages. They didn't have a vision like what will be the performance of tilapia in cages, what will be the FCR, what will be the cost of production. Like tilapia in cages, you will get an FCR of 1.7, 1.9, some you are even getting 2. And the average price of tilapia feed is nearly like 40 rupees, nothing less than that, 40 to 45. So straight away you are spending nearly 75 to 80 rupees on feed.
Yes.
Then the fingerling prices in India are extremely high. Extremely high compared to any other place. So when we look at all these things, the cost of production is never less than 120 rupees. And when the cost of production is like 120 rupees, where we will sell it? Who will buy? How do, like if you fillet it, 3 kilos of fish gives 1 kilo of fillet. So straight away the fillet price is 360 rupees. Yes. Then whom do I sell at that price? 360 rupees is almost like $4.5. So if you frozen it, then it comes to $5.5. That is export. So these are all things they have to look at it. Why I'm promoting this aquaculture production system? So it's a production system related economics has to be analyzed before you promote a particular system. So now, okay, I will say like, okay, cage culture is not fit because the cost of production is. And what's the next step?
Yeah.
The pond culture.
Yes.
Here in the pond culture, you can reduce the FCR up to 1.3, 1.2 or 1.4 at the maximum. At least it will make something like competitive. Now the problem is, in India, the way the real estate has boomed, the prices of the lands have gone high. You cannot go and take a farm paying 50,000 rupees lease, or you cannot buy a land which is 20 lakhs or 25 lakhs rupees per acre, construct a tilapia farm and grow that, and you sell for a 10 rupees margin or something like that. It's not encouraging. It's not encouraging. So now, for us as the cage culture, we have a cost of production problem. For us, to go for a pond culture, we have a capex problem because the land is so costly. Your IRR or your ROI or your returns, whatever you say, it is like more than 20 years if you go for pond culture because of the capital cost. If you go for lease, again, it is not competitive because we will not be producing more than 3 to 5 kilos per cubic meter in ponds. So now, then what is the other alternative? Like, I want to go tilapia in a less area for a less cost of production. Correct. This is the area which we have been working for the past 2 years. This is in Africa, we did in India, but we did in Africa. Initially, I was doing cages. I moved from cages to the ponds to reduce my cost of production so that I'm more competitive and I sustain my profits. And even in the recent times, because of the economic turmoil in Ghana, like we even felt like, even pond culture is also not that lucrative. We are having advantage than the other co-producers, but still we felt, no, this is not the best. We have to still improvise also. So we went to biflock. So in biflock, our HCR has come down to like 1:1 or 1:1.1, and we are able to produce tilapia for $1 direct cost in Africa. Which means, like, in India, if we try, it can go up to like 60 cents or 70 cents maximum. It can produce a tilapia. So if I'm producing tilapia for 70 cents direct cost, even though I add another 15 cents or 20 cents for the OH cost, operational cost, for the salaries and other things, I'm very competitive. I can sell my tilapia for 85, like $1. I can sell my tilapia for $1.2 for any processing plant who is interested, where they can process it into fillet at $3.6 and they can export it. And all these things, the right now the current scenario is so good for the tilapia industry in India because the Chinese tilapia, the price has gone up to 1.7 to $2 a kilo farm gate in China. Okay. For 800 grams plus tilapia, which is suitable for the fillet. What else you want? Like when it is the farm gate price is like $2, their cost of production is $6. So now we are cheaper than them. We can be cheaper than them. Yeah. So this is an opportunity where the industry experts, where the feed plants, where the government has to take a collective decision to take this or to adapt this species as a national requirement for export or income generation or foreign revenue generation, and they have to act on it. But here my caution is I will not encourage the farmers to jump into this and go for tilapia farming without seeing a buyer or a market. Like once you produce and your fish is ready to sell, and when you don't find a buyer, then you are in a big problem. Like, yeah, it's a huge problem. And I will recommend some integrated projects of tilapia to come in, same like as happened in China. Like all are integrated projects. Like they have their own hatchery, they have their own production system, they have their own processing factory. Some of them have their own feed plants also. So all the way you have a collective advantage to control your cost of production where you can maximize your profits, which makes it sustainable. In the same way, like the government has a vision of producing and selling nearly 1 million metric tons of tilapia fillet from India. But it's not coming through because we don't have a clear picture or like, a vision like how should I go? Yeah, just
There is no guarantee.
It's not like guarantee. I would say like there is no proper guidance. Yeah. What should I adopt as a policy of the country? So if you give a choice to farmer, it's like a kid is there and we are giving him knife, pen, gun, everything in front of him. We don't know what he picks up and what he will do. The farmers are also like that. You shouldn't give a free choice to the farmers. It has to be a guided choice. Yes, a guided choice. Like if you do this, it will be like this, and this is an arranged market. This is the supply chain. This is the value chain. This is your assured incomes. Like that, if with such guidance and assurance, if the farmers are encouraged, then definitely tilapia will be a big boom. And see, basically, I do cook tilapia in a different shapes, and I feed them also to many people. And whoever eat that tilapia, they say this is the best fish because tilapia, when you eat as a steak, also it doesn't have much multilateral spines and carbs, and it's a white meat. Yeah. It's a flavorless meat, and you can fillet it easily. So you can grill it. This is the best thing of tilapia. You can grill tilapia and you can eat it. So when the fish can be consumed in so many fantastic ways, like what is stopping Indian population to eat that? I really don't know. But believe me, this is one of the tastiest fish, high value fish, tastiest fish. Like but yeah, like we need to do maybe some promotions where we need to bring the people to eat tilapia and make them believe. Like my mother, now who is near 70 years old, she came to Africa. She lived there for some years and now she's back. She still prefers the tilapia and she says to anybody that tilapia is a better species than carp and a tasty fish. So that type of perception is there in women with 70 years old. So it's only like we have to clear this myth in people's mind like tilapia is an inferior fish.
Exactly.
And again, some people say the videos which they are in YouTube, like tilapia will eat anything, debris, tilapia is omnivorous, you can feed with the domestic garbage. This is a misconception again which you're creating in people.
And it's got a muddy flavor.
Yes, that's also like, muddy flavor, tears. So this is all like, some people for fun they do or for promo whatever they do, but it's not like that. Yeah, even in culture systems, they might be muddy flavor, but there is a very good technology, like, we do purge tilapia, whichever grown in ponds, the muddy, the bottom layer of tilapia, we can purge them for 24 hours, 48 hours. The flavors are washed away. This is what done in Malaysia. Mostly they do without purging, they will not sell the tilapia. Either it is cage culture also, either it is pond culture also. Purging is a must for them to take away the off flavors of this muddy flavor or geosmin, etc. So the culture methodology, the techniques has to be advanced and visible. Rather, that's why I say we shouldn't leave it to the farmer to take it on his own and to modify as his own and then spoil the species, like what happened in Gurana, what happened in Panama, what happened in Pangasius. Today, Pangasius, they stock, when they are stocking, the price is 120 rupees. When they want to harvest, the price is 64 rupees. So, and feeding also, some people, they do whatever they want to feed them, they will feed them. So, like that, that it should be, there should be a discipline action. Without discipline in your culture practices, without promoting a species, without discipline, is always danger.